Well, hey there, guys. Welcome to Story Time. I'm Cerise Fairfax. This is my channel. If you are new here, then get ready. When we do Story Time, we talk about love, lies, lust, and lessons. Hey there, guys. My name is Cerise Fairfax. Welcome to my channel, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. I appreciate you. If you stay till the end and you appreciate the video, please give it a like and also subscribe if you're into story time. Comes out every Saturday and Wednesday. All right, so this story came to me from a friend of a friend. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Hi there. I've been coming to the Dominican Republic for about 15 years. I come with a men's group. I enjoy it. It's great. I'm part of a lot of WhatsApp groups as well. And we always keep in touch. We don't only travel to the Dominican Republic together, we travel to Colombia together as well. Those are our two main spots that we like to travel to. I don't know what it is about the Latino women, but we love them. And the guys in my group, we also all love learning Spanish. Well, this one guy who was new to the group, I don't know. Anyway, this one guy, he's new to the group. He wasn't really a friend of mine at first. He was more of a friend of a friend. Well, one night we were all hanging out. Everything was cool. But this new guy did start acting a little strange. It's like he was walking up to every woman, trying to get with her, just trying to, and offering her way too much money to take her back home. And so my buddy, who was his buddy, came up to me and said, "Listen, you're going back to the villa, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "Drop him off there. Don't let him come around us for the rest of the trip. I am serious. Don't even let him know where we're going and what we're doing." Because we had an itinerary and this guy didn't really know what it was going to be. He was just going to come and tag along. But he was embarrassing the rest of the group. So I said to him, I was like, "Hey, buddy, come on. Let's go back to the villa. I'm going to bring you with me. I'm going to go to my villa. I'm going to shower up. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to grab you and we're going to go together." And he's like, "No, no, I'm good here. I'm good here. I'm hanging out with the ladies." And I said, "No, I'm telling you, there's some other ladies over by the villa. I'm going to show you those women. Those women are hot." Now, of course, I was just saying that to him to get him away from us and what our plans were going to be for the rest of the night. But I did have to go home and shower because I went scuba diving that day. And, the rest of the guys, they were already showered up and everything. And I was just going to re-meet them. So I grab this guy, we get in my SUV, we go to the gated community, which I'm not going to name because this has nothing to do with the gated community. And then I dropped him off at his villa in the gated community, and I told him I was going to be back for him. I went to my villa, took my shower, and booted it out of the gated community. I didn't go back for him. And, all of it, when I got back to the guys were like, "Whoa, like, that's amazing that you did that. 'Cause this guy is just a freak, and he doesn't know what he's doing, and he's so green, and blah, blah, blah." And it was dangerous, to be honest with you, to be in a situation where someone had absolutely no common sense. This man had no common sense. So here we are. We're just chilling. And, he said that we went back to the villa that night. Or, after we went out and everything, all of us went back to the villa. And we went to the villa he was staying in because it was the much larger one. We're all having drinks and we're all having some cigars and sitting around the pool laughing about the night. And he's like, "Yeah, you guys think you're slick, eh? You guys think you're slick. Well, I went out and I did my own investigation. You guys left me here and I went out to a few other bars myself." And we were like, "Okay, all right, that's all right. Like, good for you." And he's like, "Yeah," he's like, "and I brought two women back." And right away we looked at him and we were like, "Well, where are these women?" You will never believe where these women were. Both in his room. Both of these women were hanging out with him in his room. Now, my buddy, he has a strict rule, and he told this guy, don't ever bring any women back to the villa. Don't ever. If you want to bring a woman home and you want to do something with a woman, a little something funky, go rent a room for the night. Go rent a hotel for the night. Don't bring them back to the villa. And that was just our rule. He didn't listen to that. He thought it would be okay. And he took the women back to the villa. And it wasn't good. Already the women were, they seemed like they were just a little bit negative. They seemed like they were very much angry already. One of the women, because my buddy went into the room to look at the girls to see if he knows them. And when he got into the room, he didn't know the girls, but he came back out and he's like, these are nasty women. What women do you got up in here? These are like some low class women. And he's like, well, they're cheap and they can do the trick. They're tricks. And he was like, he was proud of himself. He was so foolishly proud of himself. It was just disgusting and disturbing for guys like us that are classy. You know, we go on vacation all around the world. We don't get ourselves into trouble and we don't bring women back to the villa upon the other men's privacy. So we said to him, well, you got to get rid of the girls. And he's like, well, I'm not getting rid of them because I already told them I had them for the night and I already paid them for the night. And then my buddy said to his buddy, you know what? Get out then. Get out. Go rent another villa for the night. Take this number. Contact the guy that I rented this villa from. He probably has a 2-bedroom villa down the lane here somewhere. But you can't sleep here with those women tonight. The guy said, all right. He contacted the number of the contact. There was another villa down the street a little bit in the same gated community, a 2-bedroom. And he went and he rented that out. And he rented it out for the night at first. But he had such a good night the first night, and he felt like a king, that he came back the next day to the regular villa, the large one, packed his stuff up and said that he's taken that other villa for another 2 days. And we said to him, why? And he's like, because these girls are going to stay with me. They gave me a good deal. They know each other. They're like sisters. They grew up together and we're all having a good time. He's like, I didn't come here to party with you guys. I didn't come here to spend time with you guys anyway. You guys ditched me. You guys think you're funny. You don't want me with you? I don't want to be with you. I have my own villa and I have my own women. I have my own flight home. I'm good. And we said, all right, go. Clearly, this guy needed to learn a little bit more, but we weren't about to teach him right then and there because his nutsack was all up in his butt. So the next night was when we started to see police sirens, hear police sirens, and see an ambulance come into the gated community. These two women got into a fight over him, and they slashed each other up. I'm telling you, these wounds were so big the blood wasn't even coming out of them. It just looked like disturbing. And of course, he was broke up. He didn't know what to do. These women broke out in a fight over him. They got drunk and they were doing some other substances, and he was buying these substances for him, even though he doesn't even do them himself. And, you know, the dealer was going in and out the gate all night. Finally, these girls, they just started to argue with each other and they cut each other up. Just like that. Now, of course, there's probably more to the story that he's not telling the rest of the group. Of course, there's probably more to the story, but he is also very traumatized. And again, of course, I'm getting this story kind of twisted around. And we probably hear these stories all the time. These stories we probably hear, more often than not. You know, so if this is a story that you've heard about before, then I wouldn't be surprised. I looked on the internet to see if there was any news about it. I also looked on the gated community's website to see if there was any news about it, and nothing. Nothing was spoken about these two girls hurting each other. Now, I know these two girls' names were given at the gate because they both have to show their ID before they go into the gated community. So they weren't flagged before, but I'm sure they're going to be flagged now. Be careful out there, people. Just be careful out there who you're taking home and who you're laying up with. Yes, this is a playground. Yes, this is a place that we come to have fun as men, as women, as couples, as people. But when you place your own safety in the hands of someone else, then you're sacrificing your life. Don't do that. Especially if you're a young man coming here to Sosua, especially if you are just somebody who just found out about the beautiful women here, or if you're a woman for that matter and you found out about the great dudes. Because, yeah, sometimes these guys get, reputations of being sanky-panky and stuff of that nature, but some of them really do love their older women and some of them really do love their younger girls. So don't get sucked up into the reputation or the negativity of whatever. Come and make love and be loved, but do not get caught up with things that are going to catch you up. Now he's in big trouble. He can't leave the island until he actually speaks to a lawyer as well, because it happened underneath him, and the one girl saying that the other girl started it, and he doesn't even know what the fight started over. All he knows is that they just started to yell at each other, and he's like, whoa, one just grabbed something and the other one, and they were just going at it until one was on the ground. The police were there. There is blood everywhere, so even he is still confused as to what the fight started over, but clearly it was because of the influence that they were under, and also because of the volatile situation that they were in. If you have, this is my advice to you, if you have one woman that you're digging and she's cool, she's good, take her home. You don't need two women under the influence competing with each other for your attention. One woman is good. And if you want two women, then do not do it in your own place that you are renting for your comfort, or that you've bought for your comfort. Go get yourself a hotel room for the night. One of those places where they have a security guard right outside. A cabana. Go for a few hours. Have fun. But do not do anything in your own place. You will for sure get caught up. Hey guys, so I gotta tell you, I looked up this story online as well myself, and I couldn't find anything about it online at all. But I did hear something like this happened. So be careful out there. Just be careful out there. And the ladies too. Don't argue over a man. There's no need in fighting. You're all beautiful inside and out. Take care, everyone. Huge hugs, loads of love, and big blesses. Hey guys, if you like this story, please take a moment to subscribe. Storytime comes out every Wednesday and Saturday. It is about love, lust, lies, and lessons. Thank you so much for joining me till the very end. Huge hugs and loads of love.